Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to another video. And this is going to be something different. This is going to be a movie review about this movie. Unstoppable. The 2010 version. Now, first thing I'm going to start with is my history for this movie. I saw the trailer and I was so excited. I really wanted to see it, and I never got to. We don't go out to movies much, so I really wanted to see it. I went on YouTube and I saw lots of clips. My favorite part of the movie is but whatever, talk about that later. And for some reason, it came out in 2010, and Netflix is not even showing it. It's like a 4 to 5 year movie, and nothing but no free music, free movie thing has it. That is just weird. It's been out for like 4 years now, and not even Netflix shows the darn movie for free. It is just crazily rude. Cause I've been seeing new come now. I'm sure Netflix existed back in 2010, and Netflix has older movies than this, and they're not showing it. What the freak? That's just balls. Anyway, let's talk about the movie. I have I didn't know history yet. This year, back in January, I rented a movie. The renting cost was like, I don't know, I think it was like $4 to $5, something like that. And I was finally happy. I finally saw the movie. Oh my god, I was relieved. And then just yesterday, I was able to buy it. Because I got a $25 gift card for my iPad. I finally got it for $15. Crazy amount. It's crazy. It's 4 years. It's $15. What's so big here? Let's say it's $20. Whatever. Anyway. You know, your main characters are Frank something and Will something. Don't know his last names. If you don't know who those are, these two guys right here. That's Frank. That's Will. Now Will is the main hero because he's the one that stopped the train. Anyway, and if you look very closely, that's the train right there, 777. And you're probably wondering, how'd you get away? And I'm sure those companies won't mind me talking about it because it's like 4 to 5 years old. I'm sure the copyright got away, but anyway, I don't own the movie, and I'm not going to show it because I'm sure I got a copyright for sure. They're going to hate me if I show it. Anyway, the train started in a yard, a full yard. This is set in Pennsylvania. So it's really Norfolk Southern, and the railway is called AWVR, I believe. What they did was painting. Anyway, how the movie. Two guys had to move it, and one of them, the driver, was a fatty and an idiot. Because the one thing that he didn't freaking do, that he did wrong, one, he didn't tie the darn air brakes on. I mean, really. Railway rules always send the air hose, even if you're just moving like a little foot. Unless it was like a switcher, air hose is connected at all times, boy. Anyway. And he was an eater. Holy crap, he's an eater. And get this. I'm sure you already know, but he jumps out of the cab just to throw a switch. Dude, just put on the brakes, reverse it, then flip the switch. And then you can do it. Even if it was 20 cars to a stop, it doesn't matter. It's better than jumping out of the cab and letting your train go bye-bye. And he didn't catch it because, of course, he's a fatty. Because he's a freaking eater. And, of course, then 777 gets away. And one thing I don't get, there are other people there just laughing at him. And you see his train going bye-bye. Excuse me? Who would let the train go rolling out of a yard? Really? You guys are laughing. You guys be trying to stop the darn thing before it gets out of the yard. That I just did not get. I didn't get that. Why did nobody try to stop it? There are people right there. Maybe the skinny guy that was the conductor of the train, instead of just talking on the radio, how about he freaking get up there? I don't know. So it gets along the main line, and then after that we meet, well, through that we meet our two heroes, to say, Frank Barnes and Will something. I forget his name. I know Frank Barnes, but not the other guy's name. Will. Forget his name. And of course, the yard master of Full Yard is, what's her name? I forget. Anyway, her name. Y'all guys know it. Don't comment below. Of course, there is a passenger train of children on the main line, and the Full Yard had to freaking get it off the main line. Luckily, it did in a certain amount of time. How much time am I doing? Holy smokes, minutes. And then, you know, it's a, you know, at first they thought it was a coaster. They thought the brakes were on, so it would stop when it was really under power. Cause the throttle was at freaking notch 8. Cause this imbecile, like, I mean, he did the right thing by hitting the independent, but he should have lowered the throttle to a lower position and not a full power, so it didn't go down the line so fast and run into anything and cause chaos. Blah blah blah. Anyway, what to say? I'm gonna tell you the whole story. At the end, engine 1206 is the engine that Frank Barnes and Will have during the whole entire movie. They hatch it up. Will gets in on his left leg, I believe. Sorry for spoilers, but hey, it's 5 years old, and I should be the only one right now. I should be the only one that wants to see the darn movie. You know, I have it on my iPad. My iPad's a lifesaver. And there's this curve called Stanton Curve. It's an elevated curve, and the speed limit is about like 15, and the train's going about like 50 or 60. So luckily, the train just was able to get around the bend by using an independent brake, I believe it was, because the other brakes just like, wah, they just blew off. And then this railroad thing happens. This guy, which works for the railroad, I mean, I'll see him a couple of times, Mr. Cowboy guy, he brings up his truck along 1206 as they get out of the curve. Will jumps on it, and then he drives up all the way to the train and then stops it. So you see, Will is the main character of the movie. Will is the main character of the movie Unstoppable, because he's the one that freaking stopped the train, and he's also the one that showed the most. Don't forget that. He's the one that showed the most. For my reviews about this movie, there's only like one part I don't get, which is that part where the guys on the train, they see you going away, but they don't do anything. And the rest, you know, it makes sense. It makes sense. But one thing I didn't like, when the passenger train was getting close to the siding, you go to this picture where he sees 777 on a single track. There's no siding anywhere. And then next cutscene, you see a switch. Excuse me, where was the switch? First clip, there was no switch. Second clip, there's a switch. Excuse me. I don't know what they were trying. I don't know what they were trying to do. But couldn't have just showed the train next to the siding and on the plain track? Because what if people just watch the movie? They might think, oh, it's gonna get hey, oh look, the siding is out of nowhere. Magic. I do not get that. That's the most confusing part of the movie. Anyway, I give this movie a, sadly, 8 out of 10. I would give it a 10, but those 2 errors, man. And if you want this movie, if you have an iOS iPad, go to iTunes, go to the movie section. It's on the Action and Adventure. You might have to look it up to find it. It's $15 if you want to buy it. Around $4 to $3 to rent it. Now, warning: if you're new to movies on devices like my iPad, if you watch the movie once, then you all have 24 hours until it goes away, which I really hate. But I'll talk about that another time. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Comment below. What do you think of the movie? Have you seen it or not? And I will be doing more of these about other movies. But next one, I'm thinking about doing a, well, I haven't know, but I will figure out a movie. And there will be really kiddish movies, kind of like adult movies. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the future. Peace. Panty, 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 panty. Bye. Peace.